Family, this is the Energy Coach back with another energy report. It's a spiritual energy report today, and we are going to focus on perception. I got a couple of videos I want to play for you guys, and just to warp y'all mind, and give y'all different points of views. So let's start off with this one. This video is from my fact list on Instagram. And it says, this video created psychological professor, tongue twister. This video created by psychological professor Richard Wiseman demonstrates the power of perspective in creating illusions. It's titled Assumptions. I thought that this video was pretty interesting, and I'm pretty sure you will see why after I play it. It's so interesting to have my tongue twisted. So, yeah. Go ahead, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into it. Mind blowing, right? I'm gonna play it again, just so you can catch everything. It is really fascinating. Like, you would never really think from when you first seen this. So the reason why I played this video is because we live in a world where we make assumptions, and we make assumptions based on our own experience and our own information. Sometimes that information can be limited, and sometimes it can conflict with what the reality is. So I thought that this was a good video to show that you may be thinking that something is one way, and reality can completely come and blow your mind, and I think that is becoming a more common thing as we move more into this new shift of the Aquarius age, going in from an age of Pisces, an age of belief, dealing with what we believe, dealing with these systems and these institutions of belief and their construct of how things are supposed to go, compared to accepting things for what they actually are and how they actually operate. And I think that's what a lot of issues people are finding out here, and it's really affecting their mental, because what they think and what they've been taught of what a lot of things are is not what it actually is in reality. And it's a hard pill to swallow, which is going to bring me to my next video.
Because people didn't know about it at first. It's called the demon face syndrome.
This is pretty good. This is pretty interesting. Now again, we moved from out of the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. It's the age of knowing. The veil is being lifted, dimensions are merging, and we are starting to experience reality for what it is. It's ironic that this is actually this has become something to be diagnosed with, but I'm gonna let them talk more about it.
People with the condition see parts of other people's faces distorted in shape, texture, position, or color. For Shara, that means grotesque, grimace, elongated eyes, and deeply etched scars. Also, pointed ears. There are 75 known cases of the disorder. My next guest, well, we talk about it, and he is kind of skeptical, but he says there's some proof. And joining us now here on The Factor Uncensored, we have with us Dr. Nick Hardy. Dr. Nick, I'm always looking for the weird and the different, and I think I found it today. And this condition, we're told, is called demon face syndrome. Now, it's when an individual sees someone and their face seems distorted, almost satanic, demon-like. Have you ever heard of such a thing?
I haven't. And to your point, when I saw that only 75 cases have been reported, I said, ooh, we really looked high and low to find this one. But I have not heard of this one before. Doesn't mean that it's not valid. Doesn't mean that it's not real. I just haven't heard it. This is the first time that I've heard about this disorder.
And 75 cases in a world of what, billions of people, that's pretty low, right?
It is. It's extremely low. And truthfully, I need to look and see what the threshold is for it even comes up on people's radar, at least from a medical perspective. But I'll say this, they say 75 reported. That means that there could be more people, but just out of fear of, embarrassment or what does this look like? What do people think? I mean, am I crazy? Did I, eat something bad? Is this temporary? I mean, just all the thoughts and feelings that come along with, this
So
big.
how are they describing this so-called demon face syndrome? What is it exactly from what you've been able to ascertain?
Yeah, so what I've seen is basically this is a disorder that when people look at others, there's this distorted view that creates a demon-like figure. And so, some of their eyes may kind of spread out, there may be distortions on their skin. And this only happens when they're looking at people. I don't think that they said that they saw the same imagery when they looked at a sheet of paper. And so it's happening in real time, according to some of these reports.
And I think they examined and they used in one of the case studies a Tennessee truck driver who said he began seeing people's faces and they looked like demons back in 2020. And the term schizophrenia has been tossed around. Where does that fit in?
It doesn't fit in here because in this situation, this is just visual distortion, whereas with schizophrenia, a lot of times people have delusional thoughts and beliefs. And so they may see it, but then there's a narrative that goes along with it that, creates a story around what could be happening, some hallucination. This is just, I just seeing things that don't look normal. So totally different than schizophrenia.
Wow. It's kind of like I don't even know what to do with this, but I'm so interested in it if people are actually seeing others who look like demons just visually. Because
Yeah.
that could lead to some mental issues. If you think people are demons around you, that would affect your brain.
Oh, 100%. I mean, even just how you respond to someone that is your roommate versus a demon that's coming in your room,
Right.
totally, totally different. But I'll say this, when I was reading about this, one of the things that I do think from a mental health perspective that we have to be careful of is even labeling it demon could push people away who could be suffering from this disorder. And I think this has been the case with a lot of mental health disorders over the history of what we have come to learn about mental health. We used to call it mental retardation, I mean, all of these derogatory terms that we're fighting some of those stigmas now, just in the mental health space. So I think even though it's early, not a lot of people have it, we still have to be careful how we describe it.
Do you put a lot of credibility in it, though? Do you think they know what they're talking about? Not the people, but those who may be studying the people, who may be buying into this.
Yeah, I do put some credibility into it. I mean, because when I looked at the study, I mean, there was some merit in how they went about kind of verifying this. But I will say initially, I was like, oh, here we go again. We just making up stuff now. But it came from a credible source, and that they did name that, hey, this is still very early, only 75 cases reported. And so it's not common. I think there's probably more research and more studies that need to be done. But I think if there's a immediate influx of people who say now that they have this disorder, I think that it could raise some questions or some concerns about the validity of everything. So we'll see.
Absolutely. We will see, Dr. Nick Hardy. Thank you for joining me and indulging me in my weirdness. And don't.
Okay, so again, I just want to say I'm not a medical professional or anything like that. You got to do your own research, and I'm just giving my own opinion on things. But what I sure feel strongly is that, like I said earlier, The veil has been lifted and dimensions are merging. So you're starting to see things for exactly what they are. We just moved into this period probably a little bit before 2020, around 2017, 2016. And it started picking up around 2020. And now we are more towards the apex of the where it's like, okay, we are now fully engaged. So, like you said, it's only been 75 cases, but I expect those numbers to start going up drastically. Everybody will start seeing things for what they really is. Everybody will see truth for what it really is. Um, and that's why having your energy and being on point, whatever you putting in your body, the things that you're engaging in, the people that you around, it's all gonna make a difference on your energy, and it's all gonna make a difference on what you become. Because I think it was the other day when I was playing the video about the sun from what Kylie had, and it was like our cells are changing, everything is changing, everything is evolving. Everything, you either spiral in a 9 and moving forward, or you spiraling in a 6 and moving backwards. Some people are devolving. It actually was a report where they were saying that the whole world, everything on the planet right now is evolving, while humans are the only thing that's devolving. So I thought that was quite interesting. But I got this off of Wanda's page, Wanda-BC on Instagram. Man, she be having some good stuff. Y'all make sure y'all go check that out. And I'm gonna bring up into one more thing that ties this all together.
Now, to have deep understanding of the overall process of quantum jumping, let us begin it step by step. Well, this is such an advanced technique where we utilize advanced mechanics, and you know what the best part is? Here we bring into use the law of attraction and the process of manifestation. This method involves the shifting of energy.
Okay, so I just want to pause real quick because, again, we were talking about the merging of dimensions, and because we were raising into a higher vibration, the shift is happening. So most things that will be taking place is going to be based off of your perception and what are you tuning into. What you tune into is dependent on your vibration. Whatever vibration you on is going to determine what you tuned into and what things are being tuned into you. So pay attention to this and yeah, soak it up.
And keep you in different energy level that belong to different universes so that you can easily travel in different dimensions. The basin principle that make the foundations of the quantum jumping.
Also, just to pause real quick again, don't think of dimensions as actual physical spaces. I think that's a misconception that a lot of people have. Think of dimensions more as alternative states of mind, alternative states of consciousness, states of awareness. You could be in a different dimension depending on how you're tuned in. It's like a FM radio. Depending on what station you're tuning into, what frequency you tuned in, that determines the dimension that you're in. And if you're tuned into a higher frequency, a higher dimension, on a higher vibration, then you'll experience the things that are also tuned in on that vibration. Same for vice versa. If you're tuned into a lower vibration or a lower density, you're going to be tuned into all those things that are happening on that wavelength. All right, let's continue.
Is that there are multiple quantum realities in our universe, and it has multiple detentions of existence. Each of these realities and dimensions possess a unique and powerful vibrational frequency of its energy, which means if somehow a person can make his body vibrate at that certain frequency where the reality of his desires exists, then he can easily go into that dimension and reach the reality of your desires and wishes. And this is the point where you ultimately bring your desires into your physical reality in the three-dimensional world where you are living. Once you master this technique, you can have each ever desire of yours manifested whenever you want it, because now you transcend the boundary of space and time. Now, the very first step of this method requires you to pay all your attention to whatever you desire. Bring all your focus to your desires and wishes, and once you do, begin visualizing yourself in you, imaginative world such that you are living the life of your desires and wishes for centuries. And you have full control over them. You are their master. the whole universe know that those wishes and desires only belong to you, and there is none who desires them more than you. This thing will change all you feelings and emotions as per your desires and wishes, and consequently will change the vibration of your body as per the vibration of your desires and wishes existing in the universe in the quantum field. And this quantum field will now communicate with the three-dimensional world where you are existing and ring all your desired things into your reality. See, to make you understand it more deeply, let me give a basic understanding that each and everything is energy, as you already know, and energy does not know the boundary of time and space. And secondly, the energy can't get created by any outside sources. It is divine in nature and is ever existing. It has been there forever for an eternal periods of time. It can't get destroyed. Now, the only thing with the energy is that it gets transformed from one form to another based on the vibrational frequency of the energy that matches with it. So from here, it is damn clear that each and everything that you want is already there existing in the form of energy. You just have to make the vibrational frequency of your body as per the direction of the frequency of your thoughts and desires. This concept makes it clear that as each and everything is energy, hence everything is divinely connected and everything works and goes in harmony with every other thing. This way, all the realities, all the desires and everything is connected, and not miss that there are as much dimensions of the universe as you can think of. They are limitless in numbers. Now let me make one thing clear to you, that how do we make our body to vibrate at that certain frequency, or even how do we vibrate? What is the source of vibration? Well, my friends, that is your thoughts, intentions, and emotions. Every thought and emotions your body you have produces, and certain specific vibration that interacts with the same level of vibration existing in the quantum field, and bring that thought into physical reality. So we only have to turn our thoughts and emotions as per our thoughts, emotions, and intentions. The basis of the quantum jumping is found in almost all the religions of the world, and it is mostly found in Western cultures. This practice is practiced by bringing into a category of mediation as per the cultures and religions of the world. This is the process where you make all your attentions, intentions, emotions under your control and bring your mind and heart at your command. Now, once you overpower your thoughts and emotions, you overpower the vibration of your body, and now you can tune it as per your desires and wishes.
See that word again, tune it, tuning. Everything about tuning. What are you tuning into? All right, let's continue.
This concept of quantum mechanics is introduced by a renowned author, Dr. Amit Goswami. He proposes that once we start practicing meditation, we become conscious of our thoughts and emotion, we become more self-aware, we begin reaching the true depth of our potential. We develop and sense of evolution and growth. We develop problem-solving mindset and techniques, our wisdom increases, and now just by altering our attitude towards our reality, we can shape it as per our desires and wishes. We can direct it as per our goals. Now, you might think this process is too easy to get done, but nothing is that simple. If you think it to be too easy, then it is nothing but a mere oversimplification. See, you are a combination of your mind and heart. Whatever thought and emotions you produce are based on these two powerful entities, your brain and your mind. See, if we deeply analyze their working, then we can't deny the fact that our heart is more powerful and is dominant over our brain. What our heart consists of is, it consists of emotions and feeling, and you might have noticed that most of the emotions and feelings, of course, that are intense, come from the past events, past joys, and past regrets. And then there comes the feelings of anxiety. They come from the concern of future. Now, what do you get from this explanation? It clearly states that all our emotions mostly belong to past, and now what? The past has no significant value. It is dead. It is good to learn from, but if you live there, it means you are living a dead life and not only living in the past, but destroying and killing the present. Similarly, when you have future concerns, they are also formed based on the past experience. Then again, you are destroying the present moment. See, your brain is so powerful that it processes 4,000 billion bits of information per second. And now you can think, if that information of the past, then what we are doing, we are living a dead life, a life of the past. Now let us go more deep into this concept and explore the mind. See, human mind is composed of two parts, conscious and subconscious, where subconscious part is 90% and conscious part is 10%. You know, it is your subconscious part that runs most of your life because it is the place where you past events, action memories, and all the information you process stores in your subconscious mind, and it is responsible for most of the reactions in repose to the information in processes. And the best part is it does not analyze or differentiate the piece of information that it gets from any place. And on the other hand, our subconscious mind, now to have deep understanding of the overall process of quantum jumping, let us begin it step by step. Well, this is such an advanced technique where we utilize advanced mechanics, and you know what the best part is? Here we bring into use the law of attraction.
Okay, so probably got to find the full video on that page, manifestation law, but I think you get the gist of it. So the purpose of these 3 videos today was for you to pay attention to perception, pay attention to what you're tuning into, and sometimes you got to step back and perceive things from other points of view to get a better grasp of situations, images, everything. You got to look at it from different points of view to actually see what it really is, and don't just look at something for how you think it is or what you feel like it is, because it's a good chance that may not be it. Find out what it actually is. So yeah, man, y'all go ahead, smash that like, that subscribe, leave some comments, let me know what y'all think. And we're gonna do this again. Hope y'all having a good day. Y'all get out there, soak up some sun. And yeah, I'm signing out. This is the Energy Coach.